Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. I'm Eva, and I am here to celebrate something special. Can you guess what that is? Take a guess. Guess what that is? Can you guess? Eva's House of Spirit has been on YouTube for exactly 1 year. So, this is my anniversary special, celebrating that happy milestone. So, the first thing I thought I would do to say thank you to you all who have helped me to come so far, I thought we would do a fun little contest. It's not a contest where I will be mailing out a physical item or a box or anything like that. Sadly, that is because I can't even afford to pay attention right now, but I can still give you something pretty cool. This contest is one in which, if you meet all the criteria, you can win a free 3-card tarot reading. There won't be just one winner. There will probably be a few winners, and that's fine, as long as those people meet all of the criteria and succeed at what they're supposed to do. Those people will be able, whoever happens to succeed, will be able to win a free 3-card reading for themselves that I will do. So here's how I'm gonna set this all up. There's going to be 7 questions that I will ask you. They will also be down below in the description of this video if you can't remember all of the questions that I ask. If you don't have paper right now, you can just go down to the description and I'll have the 7 questions listed for the contest to win a free 3-card reading. Now, these questions, you have to get them all right. All of them. You have to get every single one right in order to win the reading. I'll give you a tip. So if you're having trouble, you can refer back to my older content, to my videos. You can look through them. I'm going to have this open from now, from the point that I post this video, until Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015 at 12 a.m. That's 12 midnight, where like Tuesday goes into Wednesday, okay? But the time is going to be Eastern Standard Time, which is like East Coast time, USA, or New York City time, if you need some reference point, depending where you live. You can refer to like, let's say, a world clock app or something if you need to find out what time it is where I am if you're not where I am. So you can gauge how long you have. So, and you have to be subscribed. So if you're subscribed and you answer all the questions correctly and you do so before 12 a.m. Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015, then you can win for yourself a free 3-card reading. What I'm going to do is on Wednesday, not at like 12 a.m., but like later when I wake up and I'm functioning, for the day, I will make a video where I will, come back and say, hey, here are the following people that won, whoever happens to enter and succeed. And also, I will give you the correct answers to the 7 questions, so that everyone will know what the answers actually are. Here are the 7 questions. Number 1, what is my nationality? Number 2, though I am a chaos magician, what is the title/description that I tend to refer to myself as? Hint, it's not the term witch. It's a very specific descriptive title that I call myself or refer to myself as. Number 3, a while back I shared a mixed drink recipe. What was the name of that mixed drink? Question number 4, who shouted me out around the time that I just got started when I was not well known here on YouTube, so that more people became aware of me? I'm going to give you a hint. Question 5. My mother used to say something all the time and probably still does. What is that saying? Number 6. On what date did I introduce you to NYC? Question number 7. What collaboration channels am I a host on? Comment them below in the comment box. When you answer for the 3-card reading, you can just number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just put your answers after each number. You can just do that as your comment. And again, if you forget the questions, by the time you get to the end of the video, if you forget the questions I've asked, you can just look at the description. I'm going to have it titled like questions for the 3-card reading contest, and then you can just look at the questions and answer down below your numbered answers to the numbered questions. Okay, so let's move right along. There's another thing I thought I would do, another fun little thing. Recently, people were doing that frequently asked questions tag. I didn't get a chance to do that tag, but I thought we could have a little fun. I'm going to do a tag, or I'm going to begin a tag, okay? I'll start it with questions, and then whoever wants to partake, you can do a VR answering these questions, and then just comment below and let me know if you actually do this so that I don't miss your VR for some reason. If you answer these 7 questions and you also link my channel in the description below your VR video, if you do that, then I will answer any 7 questions you would like to ask me about myself, my practice, or my life, so long as the questions are reasonable and not like disrespectful, or like as long as they don't like cross the line of, being something I'm comfortable answering. But if there is a question in your 7 questions that because I'll let you ask me 7. If there's 1 or 2 or whatever in those 7 that you want me to answer, that I feel a little about, I'll comment to you and say, okay, well, this one I don't feel comfortable with. You can ask a different one. And then you can change that. And then I will take your questions and I will make a video and I will answer your questions in a video. I may, depending on how many people do this, if it's only like 1 or 2 people or 3 people, I may just make 1 video. But if it's more than that, if it's a decent amount of people, then I may make different videos and title them specifically answering each person, depending. I'll see how I have to go about it. But yeah, so I'm going to ask you 7 questions about Eva's House of Spirit. The title of the tag is the Eva's House of Spirit 1-year anniversary tag. If you do this tag, if you answer these questions, and link my channel in the description of the VR that you do answering these, then I will let you ask me any 7 questions you'd like to ask me about myself, my practice, or my life, as long as, they're not like too, as long as they don't like cross the line of being like cool, you know what I mean? I'm pretty open though, like, but don't ask me crazy things like what sex position do I like the best or anything crazy like that, because I'm gonna be like, let's not talk about that. But I'll let you, if there's any that I don't feel comfortable with, I'll just tell you politely, okay, you can ask me something different in place of question such and such. So here are the questions in the Eva's House of Spirit 1-year anniversary tag. There's only 7 questions. It's like 7 questions for 7 questions. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ask you 7, you answer them, and then I answer your 7. So that's pretty fair, Question number 1. What was the first video you ever watched by Eva's House of Spirit? Question number 2. How long have you been subscribed to Eva's House of Spirit? If you don't remember exactly, you can give like an approximate. Number 3. Are you a member of Eva's House of Spirit on Facebook? Question number 4. What is your favorite video by Eva's House of Spirit? Question number 5. What kinds of content would you like to see more of on Eva's House of Spirit? Question number 6. What kinds of content would you like to see less of on Eva's House of Spirit? And question number 7. What's the most useful or the most helpful thing you ever learned from Eva's House of Spirit? And this can be either on YouTube or on Facebook if you're a member there. What's the most helpful or useful thing you've ever learned from Eva's House of Spirit? And one more thing, I'm going to have the tag, I'm going to have it open for VRs until Sunday, September 7th, 2015 at 12 a.m., which is once again like Saturday going into Sunday, 12 a.m., 12 midnight. And that once again is Eastern Standard Time or New York City time or like East Coast time, USA. For those of you who may not live, where I am, or if you're on different time, you can refer to a world clock, as I've said before, to kind of know what time I'm talking about. Okay, now there's another thing I want to share with you. A friend of mine, she sent me some really, really cute love mail today. It wasn't like a package or anything, it was just a card. But I really want to show you how cute this card is. I framed it, it's so damn cute. Give me 1 second, let me go grab that, because unfortunately I forgot to put that here where I'm sitting, so let me go grab that. Okay, so I have grabbed the framed card. She just sent me a card, just sent me a card, wrote to me. And this is also, by the way, my bestie, Barbie B, who lives in California. She is just a really awesome person. And this card was really cool because she told me that the figure, there's like a character, there's a figure on the front of the card. She said it reminded her of me. And I just love the imagery so much. I have to show this to you. Check this out. Let me see if I can like turn it a little bit. I don't know if I can really, it's getting the stupid glare from the computer. This is the Queen of Hearts from, like, Disney's Alice in Wonderland. I have to turn this frame, unfortunately, like this because it's catching the glare of the computer screen, but this was so awesome that I felt the need to like put it in this gorgeous frame. Oh, that's a better way to turn it. And she said that this character reminded her of me. And I find that kind of funny that she chose the Queen of Hearts, or that the Queen of Hearts reminded her of me, because that not only is that something sentimental, my birthday is on Valentine's Day, so that makes like perfect sense. It's just, it clicks, But I just thought it's such a beautiful picture that I felt the need to like frame it. God, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't like glare so much on the computer screen. I wish it didn't reflect so much. But maybe I'll just turn it like that. I think it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. So I thought I would just share that with you all. I just had to frame her card, It wasn't even like pages and pages of stuff she had to share with me, but that little thing, it was just so beautiful. I had to frame it. So I framed it. And with that said, the next thing I would like to talk about today, to give you a little bit of substance and a little bit of something interesting, I thought for today's video topic, like today's topic, I thought I would talk about La Chuparosa. I don't know if all of you have heard of La Chuparosa, but this is something that I think many of you will find interesting or helpful if you haven't heard of it. In certain circles, particularly among people who practice hoodoo, there is a familiarity or an awareness of La Chuparosa. La Chuparosa is the divine spirit of the hummingbird, but it is a specific spirit, more so, I understand at least, than the totem of the hummingbird. I also understand that La Chuparosa, its origins are supposedly Mexican. Supposedly, La Chuparosa originates in the path of curandismo, and La Chuparosa is often petitioned for things like love and sweetness, to bring these into our lives. So when we feel that we need, let's say, more love, or if we want to attract a mate, or if we need to revive love or bring more sweetness into a relationship, we can use, let's say, La Chuparosa candles, or La Chuparosa baths, or La Chuparosa perfumes, or La Chuparosa oils. There are so many products like these on the market, sold by many sold by many new age vendors of various sorts. But particularly, you will find these products sold in places where hoodoo supplies or supplies relating to curandismo are sold. While there is a set Chuparosa prayer, one need not pray the traditional prayer. One can just pray from the heart while working with La Chuparosa to ask that this divine being help to bring love and sweetness when we most need it. Now that I've told you a little bit about La Chuparosa, I would like to share with you a recipe for a bath, a Chuparosa bath that you can take to bring sweetness into your life, or, for purposes of love, if you want that really sweet, gentle, like positive, sort of loving energy to sort of come in. Or if you need, let's say, just more sweetness to come into your love life, even whether you're single or not. Taking a Chuparosa bath may be able to help you. What I recommend for a Chuparosa bath is that in a big pot of water, you don't have to get exact with your measurements, but in a big pot of water, I recommend that you boil some pink honeysuckle flowers. You could probably use like about a teaspoon. Also, a teaspoon of white or pink rose petals. Also, a teaspoon of chamomile flowers. The reason I suggest chamomile, now we all know rose is obviously for love. I mentioned rose. And the reason why I said white or pink is because white is like true love. And pink, that's an alternate choice. That's just very, like a very sweet sort of love. You could theoretically use red petals if you're looking for a more lusty kind of love, but I find that La Chuparosa is especially helpful with like sweetness as well as love. So having like a sweeter love or like an honest love, white or pink, I would recommend for the rose petals. Honeysuckle, as I've said before in other videos, honeysuckle is a very sweet flower, and its vines sort of like intertwine around a person symbolically. These vines sort of can bring two people together, or can kind of like, you know, entice or entangle someone in your allure, so that they sort of fall for you. You become almost magnetic or charismatic, you know what I'm saying? So honeysuckle, it's sweet, but it's also very like, come to me kind of, like it kind of like wraps around and just kind of. So honeysuckle flowers, pink honeysuckle I suggested because pink as a color also has an element of like sweet love. You can use the white and yellow flowers. Those are fine because those are like happy sort of colors, like truth sort of colors. Also, yellow can be seen like the sun and blessings and goodness. So it doesn't really have to be pink honeysuckle flowers. I would suggest pink honeysuckle flowers. Chamomile, the reason why I suggested chamomile as well, chamomile adds peace, harmony, a nice smooth flow to the love. And chamomile tea is freaking tasty, you know? So, combined with the other ingredients, this bath, it has a sort of sweet um, flavor to it, I guess you could say, when you boil it up. Um, and that's what you're looking for when working with La Chuparosa, I think. You know, you want stuff that's sweet and nice tasting and sort of like something that would bring a hummingbird. You know, I wouldn't recommend adding like oils and all kind of things to this bath and make it, you know, no alcohols, no oils, because that's not what you would put in like a hummingbird feeder. You would put like something that tastes nice, like flowers, like sweetness. Anyway, so to reiterate, a teaspoon of pink honeysuckle flowers, a teaspoon of white or pink rose petals, a teaspoon of chamomile flowers. You can add like a tablespoon of honey and a tablespoon of white sugar. Boil this up in a big pot. You don't have to boil it for any specific amount of time. You just want to boil up the flowers and the honey and the sugar so that it makes a pretty good strong like tea sort of infusion. And then strain it out and then use that liquid, you know, and pour that into your bath and bathe in this bath for sweetness and love and the blessings of La Chuparosa to come into your life and help you. You know, and as you're bathing yourself too, you may want to like pray to La Chuparosa or talk to La Chuparosa, whether in your mind or verbally if you're alone and don't feel strange or whatever, you know, verbally or in your mind, just, you know, communicate to La Chuparosa and tell La Chuparosa what blessings or what help you seek or like what you would like, you know, to bring into your love life, like what sort of sweetness or what sort of help, that kind of thing. So that's a suggestion for a bath in working with La Chuparosa to, you know, make your love life a little sweeter or to bring love or sweetness into your life. And I also wanted to suggest a dressing for a Chuparosa candle. For this, I recommend using a 7-day glass-encased pink candle because, once again, pink is sweetness. You could use white if you can't get pink. Theoretically, you could use red. I just personally like the color. I mean, you could really, whatever resonates with you, but personally, I recommend pink. You can either paint or draw with a Sharpie on the outside of the glass, or you can print out a picture of a hummingbird with your computer and printer, or you can cut a picture of a hummingbird out of a magazine or off of some wrapping paper or something, and you can glue a picture of a hummingbird on there, or, you know, you can put an image of a hummingbird onto the 7-day glass of the candle just to kind of help you to have that focal point of this is a candle to La Chuparosa. The herbs I recommend using for this, I would recommend, well, herbs and other substance that I would recommend you using for this. I recommend using pink honeysuckle flowers, pink or white rose petals, and also a sprinkling of white sugar, you know, over the candle. I do recommend as well, don't be really heavy-handed with your like things that you sprinkle over your candle because sometimes if you have too much on there, it can give your candle issues with burning. So a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to like put tons and tons of herbs and stuff on there. Just a real light sprinkle. And I recommend also closer to the glass than closer to the wick. Because if you put everything all around the wick, it may actually end up having trouble burning. Just something I've learned myself in dressing candles and putting like herbs sprinkled on the top or things sprinkled over it. And you can, you know, obviously hold the candle, charge it, you know, pray over it. You can pray to La Chuparosa, or you can just, you know, focus on your situation, what you'd like to sort of bring into your love life, or if you need to bring, or if you're seeking to bring love into your life, I should say, you know, whatever you can focus on what you're looking for. You can visualize like yourself happy, or you can visualize something associative of love, like maybe your hand holding the hand of someone else, or you can, think of how it would feel to kiss the love of your life, where you're not necessarily visualizing that person, but you know, um, you're feeling the feeling of how happy that would make you. If you have someone in your life already, you can visualize the two of you happy and, things wonderful between you and all kind of love and sweetness. You can picture that, or, things like that. And then you can proceed to light your candle and, you know, let it work for you. You can tweak this suggestion, how to make your own chuparosa candle, what I've recommended. You can tweak it. I don't recommend using oil on this candle particularly, because once again, though it's debatable, I just feel like what you would dress this candle with, maybe you would want to dress it with just stuff that's like kind of real sweet and kind of nice, like the honeysuckle, the rose, the sugar, just sweet floral kind of things. But don't think that that's the only way to go about this. It's just my personal suggestion. If you're looking for an incense to work with La Chuparosa, I recommend any incense that is like of any flower that is sort of sweet. Like, for example, honeysuckle incense, rose incense, things like that would probably be really well suited to La Chuparosa if you don't happen to have like an actual Chuparosa blend incense. La Chuparosa likes sweet things. Think of the divine hummingbird as, think of what would an actual hummingbird like. It would like sweet things, bright things, colorful things. So if you're thinking of like offerings or things to incorporate into your, candle dressings or your baths or things like that, think about what would a hummingbird be attracted to, or what is associative of like hummingbirds and things that they like. That would help you. And also think of love associations also combined in there. And that will help you to formulate your own, bath recipes, or even if you want to do like an incense blend, or if you want to think of a different candle dressing maybe, or if you want to take what I've suggested and tweak it. So, I guess that's pretty much all I have for you tonight. I've come a long way. This channel has come a long way with thanks to all of you. And I thought I should come on and make an anniversary special. And I wish all of you the best of luck who enter the 3-card reading contest. There will not just be one winner. There could be several winners depending who succeeds in meeting all that criteria. And I look forward to seeing who wins. And what else? What else? And I'm looking forward to hopefully many years more of happy, interesting, fun times here on YouTube. I don't plan to be going anywhere. I hope I can, I hope I've given you a year's worth of fun, interesting content, and here's to many more, hopefully. Blessed be in Ashe. Have a great day. And until our next exchange, until next time, bye-bye for now.